And we're back. Who's ready to start the class trial? All rise.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Do we really need one?
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. I'll punish everyone besides the blackened.
Oh, no matter how many times I hear it, it's such a cruel rule.
That's such a perfect voice for Usami, but I just wish I could even remotely get semi-close to it.
Now then, let's first discuss the motive. That masterpiece of gaming, Twilight Syndrome murder case.
What? Who cares about that game?
Wait, do I have to solve that mystery?
The outcome of this trial should be determined by whether or not we find Mahiru's killer.
Nevertheless, we shouldn't ignore it. After all, that game is the motive this time.
Yeah, you're right. Then let's try discussing that first.
I'm sure everyone who's beaten the game already knows that it's based on an actual murder case.
Some of us have not beaten that game. Give us a detailed explanation.
Man, I really like Peko. She's such a respectful character, and actually, you know, does things that people do, rather than playing games that they're told not to play.
It means Twilight Syndrome Murder Case is a non-fiction game.
Oops, sorry about that.
Additionally, some of us are characters in that game too.
Some of us are characters in a video game?
I love that.
So, I think it's better if we clarify who the characters in the game are first.
Lol. The characters in the game were Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, Girl D, Girl E, and Boy F. And the high school girl who got killed at the beginning. By using the staff roll after clearing the game for reference, I should be able to figure out who's who. The first character the player was able to control was Girl A. The true identity of Girl A, it's probably Mikan.
I see!
Stares pointedly at
Girl
fourth wall.
A is probably Mikan Tsumiki. That timid tone. That definitely sounds like Girl A. Based on the list of names in the staff roll, I can't think of anyone else who would be Girl A.
Why am I in a video game? That's an infringement of my right to privacy.
I guess, well, is it? If it's based off of a non-fiction story, it kind of is, isn't it?
Ha! A nasty, trashy pig shit like you doesn't have any privacy rights.
Okay, they 100% wrote that to be exactly what Girl B called her in the game, too.
Ah, a nasty, trashy pig shit. I feel like I heard that in the game too.
Sorry, listen to Chiaki say that just sounds ridiculous. To hear her voice call somebody, or say that at all.
Huh?
She's right, the one who said that was Girl B. The high school girl who died first obviously said that.
I see!
Girl B was short and foul-mouthed. She's probably Hiyoko.
Called out.
Short and foul-mouthed? That's like the complete opposite of me.
Squishy. Squishy.
Anyway, let's move on. Next is Girl C.
Girl C, huh? Her personality was hyper-energetic and unique. Monokuma!
I see!
She's not foul-mouthed, she's just honest.
Girl
No.
C is Ibuki.
She's foul-mouthed.
Girl C? Then I'll see you next Tuesday.
Hey.
Let's move on to Girl D.
Dang. There's only one person, that's obviously Mahiru.
I see!
Girl D is Mahiru, the victim in this case.
Yeah, that's correct. Let's skip Girl E and talk about Guy F.
Obviously Fuyuhiko.
I see!
Aren't you Guy F, Fuyuhiko?
I was in a game? That's fucking stupid.
Bull, you already knew that. Don't be a little... I'm gonna punch this dude in the face.
That reminds me. Wasn't there another person whose last name was also Kuzuryu?
Another person?
It was one of the names on the staff roll. The names were Sumiki, Koizumi, Sayonji, Miyoda, Sato, Kuzuryu, and then another Kuzuryu.
Is that supposed to be pronounced Sayonji? If it is, I'll just start saying it that way. But I thought it was supposed to be Sayonji. Sayonji, I guess.
Hold on. Why do you keep saying there were two Kuzuryus?
It's not like I'm wrong. That's how it's written on the staff roll. Since you beat the game, you probably know what this actually means, right?
The reasons Fuyuhiko's last name Kuzuryu appears twice. It's true I have a hunch, but to call me out like that, Nagito, you're definitely someone I shouldn't mess with. The reason why Fuyuhiko's last name Kuzuryu appears twice is because he has a little sister.
I can prove it with this. In the game, Guy F, Kuzuryu, mentions that he has a little sister.
What do you mean, little sister?
This is what Guy F said in the game.
That bitch. What the hell? Oh.
It's pretty clear. There's no
Okay.
doubt that Guy F had a little sister.
Never mind then.
Plus, the sister actually appeared in the game. That's why the name Kuzuryu appeared twice.
By the way, what role did Guy F's little sister, the other Kuzuryu, play? You probably noticed, right?
I don't really want to say it myself, but I have to move the conversation forward. The only character in this game that I could see being his little sister is...
I see!
The dead high school girl who was the first victim in the game is the only person I can think of.
Based on Guy F's tone in the game, it's clear that Girl E is not his little sister. So if the only person left is the dead high school girl, then she must be Fuyuhiko's sister.
Why do you sound so fucking happy? That's a winning personality you've got there.
Savage.
Winning personality? Are you praising me?
I was being sarcastic, dumbass.
Hey, you said the game is a work of non-fiction. That means Fuyuhiko's little sister is...
Yeah, I have a little sister. Something wrong with that? It's just a fucking game. Don't go mixing up some video game with reality.
It's not just a game. It's definitely based on true events. That's why it's the motive.
Don't go making shit up, bastard! If she was the type to die easily, I'd have fucking killed her myself a long time ago.
Damn.
I mean, when I first entered Hope's Peak Academy, she was mouthing off to me as usual and sent me off. It happened just the other day.
About that, you're probably thinking like that because you've lost your memories.
Shut the fuck up! You be quiet!
I see. So you're never gonna accept that that game is based on true events, huh? Okay, I understand your attitude toward this class trial now.
Nagito, you seem to be doubting Fuyuhiko a lot. Do you suspect he's the killer?
No.
A mystery that easy would make me feel sad. It wouldn't be good enough to serve as everyone's stepping stone. That's why I'd be much happier if
coconuts?
Fuyuhiko wasn't the killer.
Those were coconuts.
Okay, you're starting to act weird again.
Anyway, now we've established who all the characters in the game are.
Girl A is Mikan. Girl B is Hiyoko. Girl C is Ibuki. Girl D is Mahiru. Guy F is Fuyuhiko. And the first victim in the game, that dead high school girl, is Fuyuhiko's little sister.
That's just a story in a fucking game.
If so, then Girl E is Miss Sato.
Could it be?
The same Miss Sato who likes white rice?
Miss Sato?
I don't know what Sato you're talking about, but I don't think she's relevant to this case.
Do we know any Satos yet? What were the characters in the first game? I don't remember last names. I don't think there was a Sato, though. I mean, it wouldn't make sense because she would have been dead anyways. But Danganronpa. Definitely not looking anything up right now at all. Shifty eyes. Red, Togami, Kuwata, Yamada. I don't think we had a Sato, right? I feel like I would remember a Sato. Definitely not. Random music starts playing. Nope, nothing happening here. Don't know what you're talking about. Nothing going on.
Maybe it's related to Gundam's last name, since they're both really plain names.
What the heck is that wild connection?
Tanaka may be an ordinary family name, but it's far better than Sato or Suzuki.
Dang. And he also has a strange rivalry going on.
Hey, no one cares about that. Hurry up and talk about the mystery of the game.
Huh? What do you mean, mystery of the game?
My, you don't know. I heard that girl E got killed.
What? No way! Is that true?
Getting killed is so violent, don't you know?
My, such awful times we live in. Why did this happen?
You guys are definitely friends.
So the mystery of the game
No joke.
is the murder of Girl E, correct?
Are we going to get more Monomi translating the trial? I want her to translate for Yuhiko. Lol.
Then let's hurry up and solve it. Let's first figure out why Girl E was killed.
Well, Fuyuhiko isn't from the South. Or whatever the equivalent of the South in Japan is. The reason Girl E was killed, I should be able to assume why. It's because she was the killer.
I see.
What does Girl
The
D
reason
want to
Girl
talk
E
about?
was killed is because she killed the first victim in the game.
Which means Girl E was killed as revenge for the dead high school girl. What do you think, Fuyuhiko? Apparently Girl E was killed to avenge your little sister.
You're fucking persistent. I don't care what that game said at all.
But...
He said, fuck you guys, I hate all you dumbasses. Lol. Oh, I'm not sure if I could say that in, like, Usami's voice. He said, fuck you guys, I hate all you dumbasses. Close enough, right?
Is that true? Girl E, she killed the first victim?
in order to make that clear, we need to know more about the case involving the first victim's murder.
Can't see it
It's
either.
the murder that occurred in the music room. I knew it would come up, so I prepared in advance. Look, I made a map of the music room's surroundings, which was the stage of the first case.
But this can't be... Okay, so here's the problem. If this is supposed to take place in Hope's Peak, which we've already walked around and seen a bunch of, the music room isn't set up like that. At all. There is no classroom next to the music room, and the music room also goes down a hall. And then you have no windows in it.
I'm surprised you went to all this trouble.
Mapping is second nature to retro game fans.
You're not wrong.
Classic dungeon crawler RPGs have a first-person point of view, so mapping as you play is a basic.
We get it! Let's talk
Ow.
about that later so we can focus on the case.
Savage.
Then, I'll start explaining. Girl A, Girl B, Girl C, and Girl D were at the entrance hall when they heard the sound of glass breaking.
Rude, Nekomaru, right?
Immediately, they climbed the stairs to the second floor and headed to where they heard that sound. Girl E was in front of the music room on the second floor, and she confirmed that the sound came from in there. But the door to the music room was locked. So Girl D went to get the key from the office, and when the 5 of them were finally able to go inside, they found the victim's body, dead from a blow to the head. Because the music room's window was broken, the girls thought the killer escaped through there. The sound of breaking glass that they heard at the entrance hall seemed to confirm that. Plus, Girl E's school swimsuit was stolen, so they concluded that the escaped killer was some pervert. How does that sound?
Yep, an understandable explanation. Just as expected from the ultimate gamer who excels at clearing games.
I don't like your tone.
But it wasn't a pervert, right? Wasn't the real killer Girl E?
Obviously. Girlie was waiting outside the music room for the other girls after she killed the first victim.
Did she lock the music room from the outside? Then she would have totally needed the key from the office.
Which means Girlie was hiding that key. We can assume she used it to lock the music room after she left it.
But Girl D was the one who went to the office to get the key to the music room, right?
Look at the X on Teru Teru. It's kind of adorable for being dead.
By the way, since it was never mentioned in the game, we can exclude the possibility of there being a spare key.
You can lock the music room from the inside, right? So from there, Girl E broke the window and escaped, and sprinted to the front of the music room as fast as she could before the others arrived.
That's not how that works, though, is it?
She would have passed by the entrance hall where the other girls were waiting if she tried to do that.
Then, forget this!
It's not cute to see an old guy sulk.
Shut up, Kazuichi.
Hey, is Girl E really the killer? We haven't reached an answer yet.
Based on the details of the game, it's no mistake that Girl E, who's waiting in the hallway, is the killer. Then, what did the Girl E do after killing the girl inside the music room? I guess I need to clear that up first. Did she lock the door, break the window, walk out on a ledge, which we don't know if it exists, and then the broken vase, walked back through, broke a vase, and got in? Because there's a room next to it, and that's kind of important, and I don't know.
After she killed the first victim in the music room, what did Girl E do?
She just broke the window in the music room and escaped outside.
So how did Girl E get from outside the school to the front of the music room?
To go back to the music room from outside, you need to go through the entrance hall. Plus, at the entrance hall, the other 4 girls should have been there.
At the entrance hall, the girls heard the sound of the window shattering.
Nope.
No, that's wrong!
They heard the sound of a broken vase shattering.
First of all, the sound the girls heard wasn't the window breaking.
If it wasn't the window, then what broke to make that sound?
A vase.
Vase? How low can you go?
What?
After the murder, a broken vase was discovered in the classroom next to the music room.
So the sound of breaking glass that the 4 girls heard wasn't the music room's window. It was the sound of the vase breaking. Probably.
Which doesn't make sense. Because I don't know how breaking a window would be quieter than breaking a vase, but whatever.
Actually, the murder was nearly finished by the time the 4 girls met in the entrance hall. Girl E killed the victim in the music room, broke the window, and went to the office to get the key. With that key, she locked the music room from the hallway, returned the key to the office, and went back to wait in front of the music room. All she had to do was break the vase in the next door classroom as the 4 girls met by the entrance hall.
Okay.
To make them think the murder had just occurred and that the killer had just escaped.
So, when the four of them ran over after they heard the sound, Girl E acted like she had just rushed over too.
I see. Now the mystery has been solved.
Wait a minute! The mystery hasn't been solved yet! You haven't determined what the murder weapon was yet!
Was it the fish tank? Murder weapon?
Who cares about the murder weapon? We found out who the killer was.
The game kind of told us who the killer was.
Not cool! I went to all the trouble of making this death march, so you gotta stick with it to the end!
Monokuma, please.
What the heck? You're so annoying!
Yes, he is.
Fine, let's figure out the weapon. If this keeps up, I'm gonna feel like I need to shit.
Is that the only thing on your mind, Nekomaru?
Which means I'll feel disgusting.
You're the disgusting one.
You're right, Squishy.
The weapon is pretty unconventional. The answer was revealed in the game, though. Now then, will you guys be able to figure it out?
The unconventional weapon that also appeared in the game. If we're told we can't advance as long as we don't make that clear, then I have to do it. I'll do it. What do you think the weapon is? I have no idea. Was I out of line just now? Now then, there's something I need to tell you regarding the white noise and non-stop debates. Oh, I can finally shoot him. There's a guy named Gun something. Apparently he has a skill that can increase the power of the silencer. Gun something. Probably Gundam? Really? Oh my god. Make your arguments. Broken fish tank.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
Wait, what? What is the connection between what you're saying and attacking somebody with a fish
Damn
tank?
it!
What do you mean, what's the connection? The fish tank's broken!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even bigger?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had blood stains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
Oh my god. I think it's the bloodstains.
A weapon inside the What about
And then it's
broken
the
glass?
broken
Isn't the
fish
cause
tank.
of death a... Then she attacked her...
That's too big to be...
Then the piano.
Why are you going even...
The investigation...
It's on that big a scale, too?
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was... It should have had blood stains.
So you're gonna argue, use better reason.
Damn it! A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Can I look at this? So you got victim's crime scene photo. No. I don't... A tipped over fish tank. Are you supposed to agree with the statements? Yeah, so blue ones, yes, yellow ones
Then she
disagree.
attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them, it should have had
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
She beat her to death with her fists!
An unconventional weapon. Apparently it appeared in the game, but
A weapon inside the music room, huh?
it's not her swimsuit,
What about broken glass?
right?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
I don't think
Why
this
are
makes
you
any
going
logical
even-
sense, but we're gonna go
Investigation
for it.
It's on that biggest scale.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was, it should have had
Was there a weapon with bloodstains?
She beat her to death with her fists!
Nope. Wait, how? Can you even kill someone with just your fists? Absolutely. You're the one who suggested it.
Damn it!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a weapon.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation conducts universal chaos.
It's on that biggest scale.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains?
She beat her to death with her fists!
I'm not supposed to be
A
taking...
weapon inside the music room.
Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. That was on me. I'm not supposed to be taking statements yet, right? Wait, why would they pick Hajime? What?
This is our end?
Dude, that sassy look from her.
We will never give up.
What is this stupid... I don't know what I'm doing. What am I supposed to agree with here? She walked out the door. That makes sense.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
No, I can't steal things yet.
Isn't the cause of death a blow to the head?
Am I dumb?
Then she attacked her with the fish tank.
That's too big to be a...
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation conducts
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them, it should have had
Was there a weapon with...
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Nope. If you back me up with a half-assed opinion, it'll just ruin my theory.
Damn it!
Wow, rude. Okay. Am I,
A weapon
like...
inside the music... What about broken glass?
Do you guys see something super obvious? Because I'm getting nothing.
That's too big to.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them to death, it should have had bloodstains.
Was there a weapon with bloodstains on it?
There's nothing in the victim's crime scene photo that I can tell. Like, that's all you can see. From what I can tell, she just got hit on the front of the head. Like, I can't see anything really weird on there. I mean, there's blood on her hand?
She beat her to death with her fists!
A weapon inside the music...
Let
What
me
about
try
broken
victim's
glass?
crime
Isn't the
photo
cause of
into
death? Then she
bloodstains.
attacked her with.
That's too big to.
Then the piano.
Why are you going even?
The investigation.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel?
If it's a weapon that was used to beat them, it should have had bloodstains.
Nope. We'll try the swimsuit.
Damn it!
We'll try the swimsuit to the bloodstains.
A weapon inside the music room, huh? What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death?
Then she attacked
Oh,
That's too
she
big
put
to
the
be a
gravel
weapon
in
in
the
the piano.
swimsuit.
Why are you going?
The investigation conducts.
It's on that biggest.
How about beating her with gravel?
If it's a weapon that was used to, it should have had blood stains.
Nope. Well, it's definitely not that in the blood. We'll try with the gravel.
A weapon inside the What about broken glass?
Isn't the cause of death? Then she attacked her with the.
That's too big to be a.
Then the piano.
Why are you going?
The investigation.
It's on that biggest scale.
How about beating her with gravel instead?
I agree with
Are
that.
you kidding me? That's so dumb.
I got it. The killer must have used gravel to attack the victim.
I'm actually mad.
My goodness. I got it right. And I was just throwing things out there. Just as I thought! I'm chosen by the gods!
Oh my god.
You're not chosen at all. And gravel is impossible. It's too small to be a weapon.
Not with the swimsuit.
What if the gravel was put inside some sort of bag?
A bag? What kind of bag?
If the weapon is something that appeared in the game, then so is the bag. And the only thing I can think of is the school swimsuit.
Seeing consent between your character and Ibuki. Like. Kylars, please.
If you tie the swimsuit like a bag and stuff it full of gravel, it'd make an effective weapon.
Why would. No, it wouldn't. So if you were to try and beat somebody with that, wouldn't it do a terrible job at it because it's a bunch of different pieces that would just try to move, and that there's no way that's not inflexible enough to just have the rocks move a ton.
Gravel inside the swimsuit? Even the Ace Attorney would be astonished by such a fantastic idea!
Hey, more video game
But
references.
for the killer, it's an idea that kills two birds with one stone.
Get out.
To make people think the killer is some pervert, it makes sense for a school swimsuit to be stolen. And if that swimsuit was used to make an improvised weapon, it'd have to be disposed of later.
More than one stone, really. Get out.
How about it, Monokuma? Are you satisfied now?
This happiness you feel when the mystery you create is solved. Only producers know this feeling of ecstasy.
But the real important talk begins now. Girl E had someone who can be called an accomplice. That person was actually Girl D.
Girl D. You're talking about Mahiru, right?
Huh? Mahiru is the accomplice? What is this? What does that mean?
The piece of face that became an important clue in the music room murder. Girl D got rid of it.
And apparently the reason Girl E committed murder in the first place was to protect Girl D. Girl D was being harassed by the victim. Girl E found out and tried to stop it. And they ended up getting into an argument.
And she felt a rush of anger and ended up killing her.
But she should have had a clear murderous intent. I mean, she choked her out and then bludgeoned her to death.
Yep.
She probably made her unconscious by accident. And from there, she couldn't go back. I somewhat understand that feeling.
What? What?
You can? That's pretty scary.
But Girl E was also killed by someone on the 4th day. Or the game's last day.
Wait, is that really? We're just gonna brush over that. Hello?
I might as well ask just in case. Who do you think killed Girl E?
Has Mikon killed her patients before or something? I sure hope not. Girl E's killer. Right now, the only person I can think of is that guy.
I see!
Monokuma!
It should have been Guy F.
A scenario where Guy F murders Girl E out of a burning, hellfire desire to avenge his murdered sister.
But Guy F is...
What? It's just a story in a video game, isn't it?
Yeah, but we all know you would totally murder somebody who you thought murdered your sister, bruv. Let's be real here.
That's all you can say. If that game is telling the truth, it'd be a huge problem for you.
Hey, clear this up for me. Those of you who appeared as characters in the game, do you remember this incident?
That is
I'm terribly sorry, but
They don't remember. That's obvious. Because their school memories were, like, totally stolen.
But also, it probably didn't happen.
even if I don't remember, I already know. It's obvious that guy is the killer. No one would kill a nice person like Mahiru besides a piece of shit menace to society like Fuyuhiko.
Dang, punching out of the gates.
Girl E and Mahiru were killed by that guy.
You sure do talk a lot of shit. Well, I'm used to it by now.
But does Mahiru's murder have anything to do with that game? Perhaps the two are unrelated.
Hyoko going in, right? It's like a pit bull. No, the game and Mahiru's death are probably related. In actuality, there's an important shared point. You mean the note? The ending prize, you mean? Is that supposed to be proof that... Yeah, I personally think so, but okay. Apparently I'm wrong. That seemed 100% like something that would be related. The fact they were killed the same way? That's not what I wanted to turn in.
Crap!
I mean, on the bright side, it does kind of answer my question.
I can prove it with this.
I think the other one should have counted too, since it's the same metal bat.
I'm
but
not
whatever.
sure the two events are unrelated. At the very least, the killer has definitely played the game. As proof, Mahiru, who was killed in the beach house, and
See?
girl E, who was killed in the game, were both killed by a blow to the head with a metal bat.
Like, I feel like the picture should have also counted, since we're literally using it right now.
There's no way we can ignore that connection.
Like, get bent, game.
Someone must have wanted to split her head open the exact same way they avenged the first victim. Hey, why don't you confess already? You're the one who killed Mahiru, right?
Seems like they had a pretty fucked up school life before even getting sucked into this game. You're not wrong, but I question whether or not they actually did or not. Like, that's the problem right now. One, I don't know, I'm missing a lot of details. That also looks very demonic.
You better cut that out right now! There is no way a stupid game could be the motive!
You're dumb enough to believe that stupid game, and that's why you killed her as revenge!
That's true, only having Monokuma's word is pretty sketch. 100%.
If you keep making up your mind like that, we're just going to go around in circles. And it's
Yeah.
true Fuyuhiko may look suspicious. Don't you think that'd be too obvious?
What did he...
I mean, there's a possibility that it's a trap set by the true killer.
Trap? What do you mean?
The true killer played that game, and most likely found out about the relationships between the characters. That person could be using that knowledge to try to set up Fuyuhiko.
Are you saying that a completely different killer murdered Mahiru and used the game motive as their cover?
Yeah, I still think it's you.
Isn't that what happened, Hyoko?
Huh?
She just got called out so hard!
Don't you understand? I'm saying you might be the true killer.
We do know she was hiding in the closet.
What is this? Like, I can only laugh. What are you even saying, you nasty toilet-clogging bitch?
That's an interesting insult. Why would you... Why would that be your insult? Footprints on the beach.
What are you saying, you four-eyed troll? Accusing me of killing Mahiru? You're so mean!
Why do you doubt Hyoko?
Do you know where Hyoko was today?
Actually, I kind of do.
She
I
was
saw
at
her
the
anyway.
beach house, the scene of the crime.
Well, I have something to
But I
agree
didn't
with
go
that.
to the beach house!
You lying punk!
No, that's wrong! Wait a minute. You should have been at the beach house, Hyoko.
Seriously, I told you I didn't!
Wow, I can't believe you'd lie to me like that.
But these footprints in the sand in front of the beach house, aren't they yours?
I don't have such ugly footprints! They're probably me Mikan's based on how ugly they are.
Why are you such a punk?
Don't decide that based on ugliness.
Oh, Mikan.
Huh. They're not Hiyoko's footprints? That's strange. The footprint I collected from your room matches these footprints perfectly.
Collected? I never gave you permission to collect that, you nasty pedo!
Plus, the footprints left in the sand were facing away from the beach house, which means when the owner of these footprints went inside the beach house, they used a different entrance.
A different entrance? Are you talking about the door facing the road that Mahiru's body was leaning against?
Are you saying when that person went inside the beach house, the body hadn't appeared yet?
How can footprints even be ugly? You see, when you're a judgmental little bitch, everything can be ugly.
The door was still accessible when they went in, and wasn't when they left.
Which means something happened in between those two events. Isn't that right, Hiyoko?
Ah! I remember now! I remember when I went to the beach house!
Liar.
So you finally decided to confess.
I'm pretty sure you guys already know this, but going for walks in the morning is my daily routine. I've never heard of that daily routine before.
Savage.
And that's when I went to the beach house. I went there on my morning walk.
I see. If you went there during your morning walk, that doesn't have anything to do with the case at all.
Don't believe her so easily, dumbass. She's obviously lying.
Huh? It's a lie? People who call other people liars are usually liars themselves. If you say I'm lying, prove it. Can you even prove that I'm lying?
Yes, I can, demon child.
There's no way a bunch of worthless idiots like you guys would be able to do that.
Wow. Yeah, no, I'm gonna call you out so hard. Are you dead next? How would you swing a baseball bat on her? She's way too tall for you. Letter on Mahi?
I did go to the beach house. But only during my morning walk.
No, that's wrong.
Instantly smacked down. Wrecked, kiddo.
Only during your morning walk, huh? Will you still claim that after you take a look at this letter?
I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. It seems there is someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Hiyoko.
That letter! It's the one Mahiro had, right?
I see. So Hiyoko was able to arrange a meeting with Mahiru by exchanging letters with her.
What is that letter? I'm serious, I don't know.
Oh, snap! I remember now. I totally saw you.
Huh?
Yeah, we both saw her
Me
run
and
away.
Hajime met up at the diner around 3 p.m. to go to the beach. I saw you about 30 minutes later, so it should have been around 3:30 p.m.
What is that face he has? What is that face, man? You read the note in Gundam's voice. It's actually not a bad voice. I actually like
So she
it.
met Mahiru at 2:30 p.m., killed her, then ran away afterward. I think 3:30 p.m. is a reasonable time for you to have witnessed Hiyoko.
You're wrong! You're totally wrong!
Am I, though?
Now that you mention it, you also passed by the diner, Fuyuhiko. So you should have seen Hiyoko too, right?
No, I didn't. It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I wasn't even paying attention to the beach house.
It was just funny hearing his cadence when it was supposed to be Hiyoko, lol. I totally understand. I don't know, I actually really like his voice a lot more. Like, it's grown on me quite a bit.
I went straight back to my cottage after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
For some reason, that sounds suspicious too.
It's the truth. Deal with it.
Just leave him alone. It'd be a waste of time to question him any further. Anyway, that letter in Kazuichi's testimony says it all. You were meeting up with Mahiru at the beach house.
Seriously, I don't know. I didn't even write that letter. I'm telling the truth. I really don't know.
Gonna hug her now, Cyclone.
Is she really crying? Or is she faking it?
She's probably faking it.
We can assume she summoned Mahiru with the intention of killing her all along.
I don't think that's true.
That's why she wrote a letter to let her know where to meet, so the others wouldn't find out.
As much as I don't like Squishy, I don't think she would ever kill Mahiru.
And then you went ahead to the beach house, hid yourself in a specific place, and waited for Mahiru. There's evidence for that too.
There is 100% evidence. Did Hiyoko play the game though? Which game? Oh, the only place I could think of where Hiyoko was hiding was probably that place, right? What? That's new. That's super new. That's cool.
The place where Hiyoko was hiding. Are you talking about the closet?
Yes, that's right. The gummy candy we found on the floor is the evidence.
But wait a second, the flavors that she likes. She only has 4 flavors. Are they the right 4 flavors? Strawberry, melon, grape, and orange. None of those are yellow.
Hiyoko, your favorite candy is gummies, correct?
Because didn't we say someone who played the Twilight thing killed Mahiru? Did Hiyoko play the game though? We don't know that Hiyoko played the game actually. But we don't have any proof that she didn't, is part of the problem.
What's a gummy? I've never eaten something like that before.
Hiyoko, I'm going to slap you.
I have captured the true character of this mystery. Hiyoko, who summoned Mahiru to the beach house, hid inside the closet like a familiar. When she saw her chance, she attacked her like an evil spirit and left the beach house like a swift wind.
But Hiyoko miscalculated that Mahiru's body would be blocking the door at that time.
Melon could be yellow maybe? Why wouldn't melon be green though?
Because of that, she was only able to leave from the beachside door and ended up leaving her footprints.
We have presented the proof! My 4 dark devas of destruction didn't even need to come out!
Is Gundam really lonely and that's why he has hamster friends? Because he doesn't feel like he can make normal friends?
It's a trap! This is obviously someone's trap! Who's someone? Whose trap is it? It must be that one person. You know, the one with the mask, maybe? The one with the mask? There was a suspicious mask at the beach house, right? Whoever was wearing that could be the real killer.
I don't know, it looked like there were yellow gummies on the label. Fair. We'll see whether or not that
You're
actually
the one
comes
who
to
wore
play.
that mask and killed Mahiru, right?
There's no way I'd wear such a childish mask. Is your brain fried or something?
That is right. It cannot be Hiyoko. That mask belongs to Sparkling Justice.
Get out, Sonia.
Huh? Sparkling what now?
Oh my god, Sonia.
That mask says it all. Sparkling Justice is hiding on this island. Which means the legendary serial killer Sparkling Justice is the one who killed Mahiru.
I hate you so much.
Why you? If you continue to say such foolish things, I shall tear you limb from limb.
Don't blame Miss Sonia. It's just a difference between cultures. Culture shock, you know?
Hiyoko, why don't you just admit it already? You're being unreasonably stubborn.
Didn't Sparkling Justice only kill bad people or something, though? Yes, and technically speaking, Mahiru was bad. She aided Girl E in getting away with the murder of Girl Zero.
It's all in your heads! Oh, why can't you understand? I'm not the killer!
It's true that Hiyoko is suspicious, but there's something strange. Something doesn't make sense. Is it bad? Is it bad enough that Sparkling... Wait, is it that bad? Is that bad enough to earn Sparkling Justice's wrath, though? Thinking. I don't know, actually. I feel like we're being directed by someone.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
That is...
And weren't you also hiding in the closet? So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru. And afterward, you fled from the beach house.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
Looks like everyone doubts Hiyoko. Is that really okay?
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling...
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house.
And weren't you also hiding in the... So that's when you dropped...
You waited for your chance to kill, and afterward, you fled.
At the time, the door was blocked by the body. So you were forced to flee from the beach.
And that's how you left your footprints!
I don't think that the killer left that way. No, it's not okay. I need to figure out what I'm doing now.
I shall render my verdict upon this mystery's conclusion. Hiyoko is the sinner who killed Mahiru!
I'm telling you, it's a trap!
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house, right?
And weren't you also hiding... So that's when you dropped the gummy.
You waited for your chance to kill Mahiru.
And afterward, you fled.
At the time, the door facing the road was blocked by the body.
That's true.
So you were forced to flee from the beachside entrance.
And that's how you left your footprints!
Okay, we're gonna try that because that's the only thing I can think of right now, honestly.
I shall render my verdict. Hiyoko is the sin.
I'm telling you...
There's no doubt. You went to the beach house.
And weren't you also hiding... So that's when you dropped the...
No, that's wrong!
Oh my god, was I right?
About that gummy, did Hiyoko really drop it?
The only one childish enough to eat gummies is that midget over there.
You can't call him that.
You're a midget too, you know. You're the one who worries about never getting taller.
It's true Hiyoko likes to eat gummies, but she only eats a specific brand.
Yes!
The brand of gummies you eat only have strawberry, melon, grape, and orange flavors, right?
Huh? But what about the lemon flavor?
Oh my god, I actually got him something! That was so abstract. See, there's yellow ones on the wrapper. You're not wrong. There's also a, like, banana and a cherry on the wrapper. They did a really bad job. That's so misleading. I think you have to pay attention more to the reading of it.
The crime scene was yellow, so it obviously looked like it was lemon flavored.
I think you have to read it more than look at the picture.
Huh? That gummy is yellow? Then it's not mine! The ones I eat don't have any yellow gummies!
What?
That's right. None of the gummy bags in her cottage had any yellow ones.
I understand where you're coming from. But yeah, like, look, it says lemon, apple. Like, it's not very clear on the picture.
Then we can't assume Hiyoko is the one who dropped that yellow gummy.
I totally get the wrapper, no worries. Thank you. Thank you. I'm actually, like, shocked that that was actually their line of thought. I thought they just overlooked something, to be completely honest.
See? Didn't I tell you? It's definitely a trap! Damn it! Who would set a trap like this? I'll get my revenge. I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might.
Okay, that is an amazing quote, by the way. I'm gonna bop you on the head with all my might. That is totally, like, that quote. If Cyclone didn't already love Squishy, that quote alone would make Cyclone love Squishy. Let's be real here.
Hold on, you little bitch! You think you're in the clear just because of a little gummy?
Savage.
Don't be stupid. I'm not done backing you into a corner yet.
Make your argument. Sipping on the beach. Let's do Ironbird window. Most intense bopping you have ever experienced.
We're not done with Hiyoko yet. There's still a huge piece of evidence left.
You're talking about the footprints near the beach house, right?
It's true, that's an important piece of evidence. And we can thank Mahiru for it!
What does that mean?
Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and Block the door to the road.
That's not
Thanks
true.
to her.
It's not. That's the one that I need
We
to.
have the evidence. That's wrong. I left those footprints during my morning walk.
I don't know about the morning walk
not
part,
done with
but
Hiyoko.
she didn't
There's
move
still
the
a
last
huge-
strength. I know that as a fact.
It's true, and we can thank Mahi.
What does that mean?
Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road.
We have the evidence. That's wrong. I left those footprints during my morning walk.
We're not done with Hiyoko. There's still a huge piece.
You're talking about the footprints.
It's true, and we can thank
What is that?
Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and blocked the door to the road. Thanks to her. We have the evidence we need.
I'm actually so mad.
That's wrong. I left those footprints during my morning walk.
We're not done with Hiyoko. There's still a huge piece.
You're talking about the footprints.
It's true, and we can thank
What does that mean? Mahiru used her last ounce of strength and...
No, that's wrong.
I guess I could have slowed time, but whatever. That's dumb. I knew that was wrong.
Mahiru didn't block the door. Her death was instant.
Instant death?
According to my autopsy, yes, there's no doubt that Mahiru died instantly.
If you keep making shit up, I'll fucking kill you!
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Fuyuhiko, you cannot do that. Only a coward threatens women.
Only a coward threatens people.
I'm pretty sure her death was instant, too. I mean, her injury was only a single blow. That's why Mahiru isn't the one who blocked the door. Someone else used her body to block it.
No, my point is, why would you only be a coward if you threaten women? If you threaten men too, you're also a coward. Kappa. Oh, that's why. Got it. I got you. Women are people too. That is true. No. Obviously, that's my exact point I was making. Cyclone. Kappa.
Someone else?
The killer, of course. They're the one who blocked the door with Mahiru's body. That's why there were bloody drag marks left on the floor.
Took advantage of your wording, Kappa. You're
But
not
why
wrong.
did the killer block the door?
Just ask Hiyoko. She's the killer after all.
No, she's not.
Seriously, that's not true.
She couldn't carry Mahiru if she wanted to.
Let's assume Hiyoko is the killer. Wouldn't that mean she's also the one who dragged the body?
Exactly. There's no way.
If she handled a body that bloody, I think her clothes or skin would have been stained with blood.
Huh? But when I saw her, she was clean.
And also crying.
See? I told you I wasn't the killer. Yay! With this, my innocence has been proven.
It's not how that works.
I
but
won't
okay.
let you look down on me.
Oh, snap.
We haven't decided that yet.
Hey, Fuyuhiko. Why do you keep insisting that Hiyoko is the killer?
Shut up! I'm telling you, she's the killer! That little bitch is definitely the killer!
Crying doesn't absolve her, but the other stuff definitely does. I agree with you. Something is suspicious about her crying, though. I think she saw something she doesn't want to talk about. Which I think she should just talk about already. Footprints on the beach, but on that iron barred window, I think is going to be the thing we're going to be using this time.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her. Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Hello? Hello? Why did it get rid of my input?
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Why aren't you letting me cut?
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Am I supposed to get more cuts?
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of.
What? Slash in the direction you press. Overturn. Fast forward. Am I dumb? I don't get this.
If Mahiru didn't block the... Then Hiyoko did it! She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of.
Oh, should I be slashing horizontally for that?
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of.
What am I supposed to do? I'm running out of cuts.
If Mahiru didn't block, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of.
How am I supposed to be having less cuts?
Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did.
What is this?
She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of. If Mahiru didn't, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her. Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of.
I'm so confused. Apparently if I right-click, it does something called overturning, but I don't know what that means. And apparently I was supposed to be doing it before.
If Mahiru didn't block the door, then Hiyoko did it. She killed Mahiru and blocked the door with her body. Hiyoko is the only killer I could think of.
I don't get this at all.
The body, then she should be covered in blood.
So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach. After she moved the body, she just washed it off in the shower.
The shower doesn't work.
The fact that Hiyoko was at the beach house can be proven by the footprints in the sand. Did you get all that, you bastard? So what, dumbass? There's a shower room inside the beach house. After she moved the body, she just washed it off in the shower.
Objection.
Allow me to cut through those words.
This game is... I don't understand this game at all, apparently.
No, washing it off in the shower is impossible, because the shower in the beach house was out of order.
Out of order?
I'm terribly sorry. I haven't had any time to actually repair it.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Then maybe she took her clothes off to move the body, and when she was done, she put them back on.
Really?
Are you saying I did something that perverted?
Hiyoko took off her clothes before committing the murder? No, that should be impossible. She can't get dressed by herself.
I see.
Listen to me, Fuyuhiko. Hiyoko mentioned this before.
It's actually super important. Also, I gotta post this. I have to.
Which means Hiyoko can't change by herself. It's impossible for her to put on and take off her clothes.
What?
Oh yeah, she couldn't even tie her sash on her own. That's why she couldn't take a bath and smelled bad.
I didn't smell. And it only smelled a little.
Those are direct contradictions, but okay.
Oh, wasn't changing inside the beach house prohibited in the first place?
Yes, if you broke the rules, I'm pretty sure Monokuma wouldn't have kept quiet.
Damn right! I'm such a stickler for the rules that even safari park rangers want nothing to do with me.
I'm not sure I get that reference, but okay.
If she didn't change her clothes, then what did Hiyoko do with the blood that got on her?
Like I've been saying, the blood wasn't on me in the first place, because I never touched Mahiru's body.
Hey, if you think about it the other way around, does that mean whoever was covered in blood is suspicious?
You mean, Aka whatever? Akane. Except she's covered in blood incorrectly. It's coming out of her head.
Because if so, I believe Akane was soaked with blood when we all met up to go to the beach.
Didn't I tell you that was because I got beat up by Coach Nekomaru?
I can attest to that. If I hadn't gotten that rough with her, she never would have backed down.
Doubting me, of all people. You got some nerve. All right, I'll bend your body in half so you're stuck in a bowing position for the rest of your life.
Savage.
That actually sounds pretty cool.
The hell it does!
Hey, more importantly, I'm okay now, right? It's okay that I'm not the killer?
Yeah, seems like it.
See? I already told you. There's no way I'd kill Mahiru. 'Cause Mahiru taught me how to wear a kimono, And she was very, very kind. There's no way I would kill a nice person like her. Why wouldn't you believe me earlier?
Dude, look at her hair being all sad even.
You guys are stupid! Stupid, stupid, stupid! Hyoko, please don't cry. Everything is fine now, right? Shut the hell up, pig barf! I hope you get a hangnail and die!
First off, that's not how that works. Second off, that's a dick thing to say.
I'm sorry for being pig barf.
Don't apologize to her. More importantly, Fuyuhiko's behavior earlier was definitely strange. Getting so worked up and accusing Hyoko of being suspicious. Could it be? Does he actually have something else in mind?
Hey, Hyoko. Now that our suspicions have been addressed, can you tell us the truth?
Die from a hangnail? You'd think the ultimate nurse would have called her out on that and said, hey, wait, that's not possible.
Huh?
Even though you're not the killer, you still went to the beach house, right?
Like I said, it was a trap.
Yeah, I got that already, so... Can you give us the details about that trap?
I would like to know too. It might lead to some kind of clue.
Fine. You want me to talk, huh? Earlier this morning, Mahiru was the one who came up to me. She asked if we could meet up later.
Huh? But didn't you say earlier?
Yeah, shocker. She didn't want to tell us that they are dead. Easy question.
Damn it! So that was a lie?
You're slow, Ibuki. Not gonna lie.
'Cause I thought it'd be doubted if I admitted it. So I figured it was better not to say anything.
So, what was your answer to Mahiru's invitation?
I told her it was fine. I mean, I didn't have a reason to say no. Unlike everyone else here, Mahiru was someone I wasn't embarrassed to be seen with.
Girl.
You always have to say something snide.
Right?
At the time, we were supposed to meet around 2 p.m., but around noon, there was a letter inside my mailbox.
A letter?
Yeah, this one.
Why didn't you just show us in the first place? You stupid little idiot! I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island. The time is still the same at 2 p.m. Seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Mahiru. Why wouldn't you bring this up, you idiot? You be angry at me all you want, Cyclone. She's being stupid, and you know it.
I saw this letter and went to the beach house at that time.
Huh, the letter that Hyoko had, doesn't it clearly... Wait, what evidence? The other letter?
I can prove it with this.
No, you're stupid.
This letter. Doesn't it look like its contents are different from the letter Mahiru had?
Yeah, and the identical... wait, is that identical to the Hyoko signed note at the end, right? I think it's signed the same, yeah? Yeah, okay, yes. One wanted to change it to 2:30.
Mahiru's letter said to meet at 2:30 p.m. But in Hyoko's letter...
It said 2. Oh, wait, change the place. Wait, did I miss that? Where's the original place?
The meeting times are off.
It's also strange that both letters wanted to change their meeting spot to the beach house. It would be plausible if one of them said it. But for both letters to say the same thing?
I didn't know they both changed it.
Hyoko, since you wrote it, what do you think? Like I said, I never wrote the letter. How many times do I have to tell you?
It's safe to say the letter was forged by the killer, but which letter did the killer forge? They were both forged.
I see! The killer must have forged both letters.
The killer forged them so they could manipulate their actions. Yeah, that's how we should think about it.
You should never ever... If you're in this situation... Pro tip, guys. If you're in a situation where you're on an island and there's a bunch of people who are trying to kill each other, you should only trust words coming from people's mouths and not accept letters that have a signature at the bottom that just looks awful. Just saying.
That seems very likely. In fact, if you compare both letters...
Oh, and also, Also, don't get on an island with a bunch of killers. That should be priority first, though.
Confirmed! Just as I assumed. The handwriting is the same. The content of the letters matches too.
Pretty sure we just kind of covered that.
Like this part. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. This part. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. And this part. Let's keep it a secret.
The killer forged both of those letters.
In doing so, they were able to control Hiyoko and Mahiru to do their bidding, like a netherworld puppeteer.
Netherworld puppeteer. That's a fun quote.
So they completely tricked me. And then Mahiru's killer.
I'd play on a team called that. The Netherworld Puppeteers.
How mean! Give me back Mahiru!
Really? This is really terrible. I've offered to help so many times. But the killer this time didn't discuss their plan with me at all. It's all my fault. I'm so ashamed of being unreliable.
Really, Fend?
Here we go again. Once we let our guard down, this happens.
Yep.
We can just lightly punch him to death later.
So based on what the letter said,
love it.
you went to the beach house at 2 p.m., right, Hiyoko?
What's most important is what happened afterward. What on earth happened there?
I fell asleep.
What?
Why'd you fall asleep? It's not like I wanted to. I think I was forced to get a whiff of some kind of medicine or something.
What?
Medicine?
Squishy sleeper.
That medicine. Could it be? Did they get it from the drugstore? I thought that place seemed unsafe. They even have prescription medicines laying out in the open.
Rip and Bakuka.
If you were aware of that from the start, you should have done something about it.
I'm sorry. When I woke up, I was inside a small closet. And when I rushed out, I saw Mahiru's body.
And that's why you ran out of the beach house in such a panic.
I was scared. I was really, really scared. Really scared that I couldn't help, but...
Sad hair.
The killer probably planned to frame Hiyoko from the start. And for that reason, they summoned Hiyoko before Mahiru, put her to sleep, and shoved her inside the closet.
So their reason for blocking the door with Mahiru's body was to make Hiyoko leave her footprints as evidence.
Everything was done to frame Hiyoko as the killer. That's horrible! I didn't do anything wrong, and I was framed by Mahiru's killer!
Hiyoko, please do not cry. We believe you.
Cyclone Bliss.
Is it really okay to believe her so easily? She might be faking those tears, you know.
This'll never end if you keep being so suspicious.
Isn't that what a class trial is all about? The only way to survive is to be suspicious. This is where we go to thoroughly doubt each other.
What if Mikan framed Hiyoko as revenge for Hiyoko always being mean to her? I would be really sad. I don't know if Mikan has the physical capabilities of doing that.
So if you believe in each other so easily, then there's definitely something wrong with you.
You're wrong, Fuyuhiko. We aren't supposed to doubt each other here. We're supposed to work together.
Mind blown.
The class trial is where we cooperate with each other, work hard, and aim for victory. The killer and everyone else. Two hopes attempting to grasp the one true hope. Two hopes clashing with each other is poetry in motion. That is what...
Seriously, which side are you on?
I'm on the side of the absolute hope that can overcome any despair. And I believe that absolute hope exists at the point where two hopes clash.
Your stance is neither white nor black, but gray, and you do not yearn for your life, or even for victory.
Jeez, I wish he'd just side with the enemy already so I can believe what he's saying.
Let's stop. Believing every little thing Nagito says is a waste of time.
Yeah, we need to figure out who Mahiru's killer is.
There should be a new clue contained in what Hyoko has told us. So, let us believe Hyoko's words and discuss it once again with everyone.
Yep. The debate proceeds when you assume you can believe each other.
Hey.
Good job. That's the right way. That's the splendid power of teamwork.
Thanks, Monomi.
Hey, what do you think of that, Monokuma? I'm not gonna let you have the outcome you want. Hey. Whoa! He's sleeping!
Is Monomi just gonna get tied up every trial? Yes.
Dumbasses. You bastards don't know anything. If you're stupid enough to trust each other, the only thing waiting for you is the bitter truth.
The bitter truth. That might be true, but even so, we can't just stand around here all day. Even if what lies ahead is a cruel ending, the only thing we can do is move forward. Because unless we reveal someone among us who is Mahiru's true killer, there's no way we'll survive. Hey.
Well now.
Now that the class trial has reached its climax, I would like to present the answer right here, right now.
Hey!
Huh? You're gonna spoil who the killer is? Hoo-hoo-hoo! If I reveal the answer before everyone's ready, they'll all be shocked. They'll all feel despair. Now would be a good time to say, you can't. That's a seriously big no-no. But spoiling it right now is innovative, don't you think? The club president and I are powerless against innovation. Who's the club president? So, without further ado, the answer is... Yeah, you can! Everyone, please close your eyes and cover your ears. I'm gonna release a new Taz Wanted series soon. Hey, Cyclone Hype! That's awesome!
Correct! You say Nanu in German when you're surprised.
What? I don't know what you're talking about, but somehow it feels wrong to me. Should be pretty obvious to guess what it'll be. The answer is Shining Justice!
Monami! And my heart is throbbing like crazy right now.
I'm confused. Should be pretty obvious to guess what it is. Should it be? My brain is not working well right now. I'll be honest, I'm not actually feeling all that good. I think these allergies are getting to me, to be honest, but I really want to play this game, and I also really enjoy reading, and it's actually really, really fun, so.
To think that the person who killed the wonderful Mahiru Koizumi is in this room! Impossible! Impossible! That's so impossible! There's no way I can believe that!
Feel better. Aw, thank you. I'll be fine, it's just... I wish I didn't have, like... It's not, like, a huge pain, it's just, like, a little bit of, like, allergy, blend, a little tiny headache. It's just, like, a lot of little things that are, like, that's annoying, but game, you know?
Oh, I can't do anything. How annoying. But I'm just gonna believe in everyone. That's the least I can do. Everyone do your best. Don't lose to yourselves. And don't forget to save regularly.
Hey, thank you, Monica.
Well, now that we've decided to believe Hyoko, now what?
Okay.
If the killer was luring Hyoko into a trap, then something that was used there might be a clue.
Do you mean the letter?
No, it was probably the gummy.
Huh? Candy can be a clue?
Yes.
Hey, when you woke up, was the gummy already there?
Now that you mention it, I feel like it wasn't.
Just as I thought.
Just as you thought?
If the killer planted evidence while Hyoko was there, she would have thrown it away if she found it.
Which means the gummy was placed inside the closet after Hyoko fled from the beach house?
The killer returned to the scene of the crime? After I left?
They wouldn't have to do something that troublesome as long as they hid somewhere within the beach house.
That's impossible! There's nowhere to hide! I even glanced inside the shower room as I was running away, but there was nobody there.
Then, does that mean the killer came back?
I wonder.
Could the killer have somehow gotten on the roof through
At
the
any
window?
rate, the solution to that problem is connected to what really happened. That's what I think.
I want to play a new game. Is that what you're thinking? If so, we prepared the perfect product for you. You will dive into your own brain and logically discern the mysterious answers from several questions. It's called the Logic Dive. During the Logic Dive, you will control a new version of yourself created from an image within your brain. Game what? Yeah, it's a new game. You excited? I'm actually excited to try a new game. It might be terrible, but... Your task is to reach the goal, the final destination of the Synapse course. You can move sideways with the mouse and accelerate with the control key. Press the right mouse button to brake and the left mouse button to jump. There will be various obstacles you will encounter as you progress through the course, so make sure you're familiar with these controls as you can reach the goal. You will take damage every time you fall into a gap or bump. Upon reaching a certain point, there will be branching questions in the course. They're coconuts, because there's palm trees. The answers split into different paths, so please proceed down the path of the answer you think is correct. Branching questions will appear several times in one course. Please be careful. I highly recommend that you make good use of the brake. That's my meddlesome advice to you. If you press the escape key during the logic device... Okay, whatever. Good luck and have fun. She's right, this might be a very important problem. The killer tampered with evidence after Hiyoko ran away from the beach house. When did the killer arrive and depart from the beach house? Think. If I just focus and think about it, I'm sure I'll be able to find the answer. Alright, I'm gonna do it. Should this be called Logic Drive? Whoa! Oh my god, these controls are so bad. Question 1. When did the killer arrive at the beach house? These controls are so bad. And I'm dead. Oh, that's a checkpoint. Got it. Question 2. When did the killer leave the beach house? After Hiyoko left. Okay, this is kind of cool, but also like, what? Why would you design a game like this? The beach house. I guess it could have been the beach itself, huh? Hey. Why are you surfing through your own mind, LOL? This is new.
It's all coming together.
I don't hate it. It's an interesting game and it gives me some actual new gameplay, which is kind of cool. But it seems not
You think the
great.
killer might have been hiding?
You spent all that time thinking just to say something so pointless. How disappointing.
Shut up, Squishy.
Didn't I just say there was nowhere to hide? Do I have to explain it in another language so you can understand?
Yeah, how about Portuguese?
Her personality got a hell of a lot more forceful once she stopped being a suspect.
Thank you, Captain Ibuki.
No, there should have been a place for them to hide. A place you didn't look, Hiyoko.
What are you saying? Stop being annoying or I'm gonna make Akane bop you on the head and shut you up for good!
What, can't you just bop me on the head, you little punk? I really don't want that to happen to me. I need to answer by any means. A place where the killer was hiding, the place Kyoko didn't looking. The trash? The fridge? The killer was hiding in the fridge? They'd freeze. Climb a mountain. Ice, always fun in the fridge.
Crap!
Uh-oh, Was she in the closet too? Inside Mahiru, because the killer is Mahiru. Kappa.
The killer was probably hiding in the closet.
The closet? That's where I was locked up!
Oh, were they in that empty surfboard thing that I saw earlier?
After you woke up, you said you rushed out of there, right? Then you probably didn't look inside the closet very carefully.
But could two people even hide in such a small place?
The surfboard case, right? I was gonna say, one of the surfboard cases was empty.
That's why the killer made sure to arrange a hiding place.
The killer made sure to arrange a hiding place in advance. I can only think of one place. That's right. It had to be the empty surfboard case.
Here!
Okay, I kind of really like the new game stuff they've added.
What about the surfboard case in the closet? I'm pretty sure they could have hidden in there.
Huh? Inside the surfboard case?
So it seems really clear that I have to be a lot more, like, in-depth and thinking a lot more about each little individual, like, thing.
But the shelf it was
That's
on,
kind of cool.
it was pretty messy, don't you think? 2 surfboards were stacked on the top shelf. And there were surfboards that weren't even in a case. The killer probably did that on purpose to secure a hiding place. 'Cause we haven't been on this island that long. So the closet shouldn't have been that messy, I think.
Then, the killer was close to me during that time?
Yeah, they were quietly holding their breath and hiding very close to you.
What is that picture of Squishy just passed out, man? That's hilarious.
Kinda like in for a penny, in for a pound, so to speak.
How is it anything like that?
Don't you mean it's always darkest under the lighthouse?
I shouldn't say things I don't understand, like, so to speak.
Anyway, the killer hid silently, and after making sure Hiyoko left, they finally left the surfboard case.
Buki, what?
I agree with that as well.
Seriously, nobody asked what you think.
Savage.
There's no way the killer would leave Hiyoko by herself if they were trying to frame her. If Hiyoko was left alone and ruined the evidence the killer had planted, it would have messed up their plan. Instead, it makes more sense to think that the killer was hiding in the beach house, watching Hiyoko.
That's kind of creepy to think about,
Say
honestly.
whatever you want, even if we didn't ask. All right, if you don't want to friggin' get punched, just stand still and let me punch ya!
Thinking. Nah, I don't get it.
Oh, you shut up. Then, grit your teeth.
Sorry, Akane. It's not like that. Hey, Monokuma. Can I ask you about something that seems strange to me?
I believe Prince Shotoku was from the future. A man from the future is always directing the flow of history.
That is like the most, like, tinfoil hat theory I've heard in my entire life.
I'll listen to your story about men from the future some other time. As I recall, the body discovery announcement is made when 3 or more people discover a body, right? Is the killer also included among those 3 or more people?
Yeah, that's true, but, something like that is basically what it's supposed to be.
You don't sound very articulate.
Jeez, you're pretty annoying for noticing something like that. I know it sounds like an excuse, but the body discovery announcement isn't supposed to be used for deduction. It's intended to create a fair trial. It's supposed to let everyone know a body has been found.
So you're saying it's unfortunate that I used it for deduction? I understand your excuse, but depending on who actually found the body, it's possible that your 3 or more people rule could be deadly.
Well, as long as I keep things ambiguous, I can respond to situations with some flexibility.
Flexibility.
Flexibility, huh? So what about this time? Is it 3 people including the killer or not?
We're not supposed to know.
Jeez, fine. You want me to say it? It doesn't include the killer this time, okay? All done.
Which means 3 people other than the killer discovered Mahiru's body.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. I just thought it was somewhat strange. More importantly, let's get back to our original topic.
You're the one who went on a tangent.
It's clearly
you were
important.
just saying the killer was hiding in the surfboard case, right?
And after Hiyoko ran away, the killer got to enjoy the simple life of destroying evidence.
However, Before we proceed any further, there's something we have to make clear. The killer blocked the roadside door with Mahiru's body before Hiyoko ran away. But what about the blood?
Dun dun dun. They put on a wetsuit.
Now that you mention it, that mystery hasn't been solved yet.
It's going to be all right. If you guys have come this far, I'm sure you can discover that answer too.
The simple life of destroying evidence? What? Yeah, don't you know? That's what I do in my simple life.
Now,
I destroy
let's
evidence.
start the argument, shall we?
Now then, I shall explain to you the final feature in non-stop debates. From this point forward, you will now be able to use the truth flashback. If you hold the left mouse button, the shape of the reticle will change. Oh hey, sweet. I already knew about this. Because from last game it was there. Make your argument. So it's none of these. We know it's not the shower room already.
What did the killer do with the blood on their body?
Maybe they simply washed it off.
They couldn't use the shower, right?
I mean,
so
they could have just
washing it
gone
off
to the
would have been
beach.
impossible.
I mean, there is a beach.
They didn't have to use the shower.
What about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower.
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit?
Are we supposed to just be ignoring that we're supposed to be talking about the beach?
As someone who flushes their shit every morning, I can declare it would definitely clog the toilet.
Maybe it's the other way around. Perhaps someone other than the killer moved the body?
I was thinking.
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
How many times is she gonna say that? Well,
What did the
Pekka was the
killer
only one
do
that was
with the
wet,
blood
though.
on their body?
Maybe they simply.
They couldn't use the shower, so washing it off would have been
They didn't have to use the shower.
What about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
What am I
If they
supposed to be
used
grabbing?
something other than the shower.
What did they do with the bloody wetsuit? They cut it up and.
As someone who flushed, it
I
would
need to grab other than the
definitely clog-
shower.
Maybe it's the other. Perhaps someone
Give me a
other.
sec.
Maybe
I need
they
to
were
grab
able
other
to
than the
wash it
shower.
off.
What
What
if they
did the
did
killer
wear it
do
and
with the
covered it
blood?
with
Maybe
wetsuit,
they
right?
simply-
That's
they
actually
couldn't
what I
use
think
the
it's
shower,
Sonya.
so washing it off would have been.
They didn't have to use the shower.
What about the wetsuits in the closet? Maybe they wore one when they moved the body.
If they used something other than the shower.
There we
What
go.
did they do with the bloody wet?
They cut it up and.
As someone who flushed, it would definitely clog.
Maybe it's the other way. Perhaps someone other.
Maybe they were able to wash it off.
I agree with you, Kydlaris. I think they didn't want they didn't wear it and then covered it with a wetsuit. Honestly, but
What did the
obviously the
killer do?
direction they're
Maybe
trying to
they
get me to go
simply
is grab
washed it off.
this.
They couldn't use the shower, right? So washing it off would have been impossible.
No, that's wrong. If they just needed to wash off the blood, they didn't necessarily have to use the shower. They could have just as easily used something else.
Something other than the shower. Like what?
I don't know, maybe the ocean? You dummy? Something other than the shower. Maybe the ocean, you dummy. Oh wait, if they walked to the beach, they would have left footprints.
Damn it!
I mean, they were missing drinks inside the
see.
refrigerator.
Drinks inside the refrigerator. Couldn't the killer have used those to wash off the blood?
I've seen through it.
Pekka? Are you the killer?
In theory, but that's impossible.
Why?
Try to remember the refrigerator carefully, and then you will understand that there's no possible way the drinks in the refrigerator were used.
So can I look up the rules again?
It's true.
Those are truth bullets.
In the beach house refrigerator. However, try thinking of one bottle drink. It wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood. It's true there were in the beach house refrigerator. However, try thinking one bottle drink. It wouldn't be enough to wash off the blood.
I can't back down!
Oh man. There were a bunch of really
assume
colorful
they used
sodas.
just one drink. They could have used a bunch of them to wash it off.
Didn't I say it was impossible? There were no water bottles in the refrigerator.
Yeah, that's because they were in the trash. Because they were used.
No, there were water bottles inside the refrigerator.
How many times do I have to tell you? There were no water bottles in there whatsoever.
That was after the incident, right? But before the incident, there were water bottles in the fridge. And the killer took all of those water bottles and used them to wash the blood off their body.
So you're saying the water bottles were gone? Because they were all used? That's a logical fallacy.
It's not a fallacy. There should have been evidence inside the trash can.
Was also that how a fallacy was? Where did the water go? They washed it off. They went into the shower, washed it off with the water bottles, not the actual shower, and then threw it all in the trash can.
Evidence like a lot of thrown away plastic water bottles. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right. These bottles look like they may have been filled with water.
Oh, you were trying to figure out where the water went. Okay, yeah.
Well, now that you mention it, when I went to the beach house a few days ago, I feel like I drank one of those plastic water bottles.
Huh? You should have said so sooner. Then, the plastic water bottles were used in place of the shower.
Dousing your body with lots of water bottles is such a simple and easy to understand explanation.
Oh, you were like, there wasn't water on the floor. Nah, you could just go back into the shower anyways. As far as we know, it's just the water that doesn't work, not the actual sewer system. Hold on a sec. Now that I think about it, if they soaked their entire body with a bunch of plastic water bottles, if they did that, the person would be...
It seems you've realized who the killer is.
Is it Pecco?
See? Just as I thought.
I'm gonna be so sad if it's Pecco.
Hold on. You know who the killer is?
Is that true?
Let me ask. Who might that be?
It's gonna have me point out Pecco, isn't it? If the killer used the plastic water, that killer, Mahiru's killer, must be that person. The only person who was wet when we saw them. I'm gonna be so sad. I want it to be Sonia, but I'm pretty sure it's
You're
Pecco.
the only one!
Oh.
Pecco. Is it you?
Hey, what are you being quiet for? They're accusing you of being the killer.
But why?
Then I should ask you this. Why do you believe I'm the killer?
I remember when we were all meeting up to go to the beach. Your appearance when you came to the diner.
Hazumi and Kazuichi, why are you two here? Hey, aren't you breathing a little heavily? I just did a little swimming. Turbo logic, couldn't the killer have dried themselves off? Understand, or, you know, like, not gotten it on their hair, so only gotten their clothes soaking wet and just put a wetsuit on top?
If the killer really did wash the blood off with water bottles, they'd have to drench their entire body. But there were no towels in the beach house, and it would have taken a while for the water to fully air dry.
There's your answer, Kylaris.
So you said you went swimming so you'd have a cover story.
Don't just stay silent! Say something!
Hold on, you bastard! You saw her at the diner! You never saw her near the beach house, right? So maybe she really was swimming!
No one even saw her swimming.
No. I saw her.
Oh. She wasn't a character in the game, right? What's Pekka's motive's innovation? And, Pekka's motivation anyways, she wasn't a character in the game, right? Yes and yes. Or, sorry. I don't know and yes.
Huh?
After I ran into you bastards at the diner, I crossed paths with her on my way home. So there's no doubt. She would have arrived at the diner from the opposite direction of the beach house.
Which we know is correct because she didn't even swim from that beach. She swam from the other beach.
Hold on. That's strange. Didn't you just say this earlier?
It's just a coincidence that I passed by the diner. I didn't even pay attention to the beach house. I went straight back to the hotel after I saw you guys. I didn't see anyone during that time.
You told me you didn't see anyone. Don't try to tell me you forgot about that.
See, he doesn't want somebody... Wait, why was he okay with Hiyoko getting caught, though? Because he also thought Hiyoko had a problem with his sister?
Not so fast! It's too soon to decide she's a killer!
See, the beach scene was just done to be relevant in the trial. Had nothing to do with fan service. Nothing at all. Was he peeking at Peko? Hey.
We haven't established how the killer was able to leave the beach house.
The window.
Now that you mention
To the walls.
The roadside door was blocked. And if it's impossible to leave from the beachside without leaving footprints, then how the fuck did the killer escape?
Why are you all fired up, Fuyuhiko? You're not the suspect. Peko is.
Who cares about that? Answer me! If
he
you
just
have an
turn blue?
explanation, then show me what you got!
We might have an answer.
Huh?
Do you really? This mystery seems unsolvable.
Well, if Peko is the killer, then I might just have an answer to that mystery.
I see. Then let's hear this alleged method of escaping the beach house.
Do you stand on your sword?
First, let's establish how the killer escaped.
The killer's escape route. I might know what that is. In fact, the only possible thing I could think of is the small window in the shop.
I see! If the roadside and beachside doors aren't an option, the only other thing I can think of is... well, nothing really. Except that small window in the shower room.
Huh. Don't you know how high that window is? There's no way Peko could have reached it.
But what if, for instance, she got help from someone?
She might have reached it by riding someone's shoulders, but then that person would have been left behind.
Is it possible an object was used? A rope, for instance?
Or a sword?
And what happened to the rope after they used it? And don't say something stupid like they threw it outside.
Of course not! That would violate the school trip rule!
Thank you. I know you can't litter.
Littering is prohibited. Even if it might be evidence,
my gosh.
rules are still rules.
Indeed, indeed.
You see? There's no way they'd be able to escape from that window.
What if she stood on her sword?
No, they just have to use an object.
Right?
Chiaki, don't fall asleep on us! We just said they couldn't use an object!
Except for, like, a sword that they permanently keep on their back.
You did? I thought you were saying they couldn't dispose of an object.
Oh, snap. That was, like, the most sass answer to that.
I see. You don't have to throw it away if you can just hide it somewhere on your body. Huh? Pekka was wearing a swimsuit, remember? Where would she even hide an object?
Like, a sword?
And if you say she hid it in her special place, I'll stab you in yours!
Lewd?
No! Please don't be violent!
Even if the killer used an object to escape out the window, they wouldn't have been able to get rid of it. So the only thing I can think of that the killer must have hid somewhere. If that's the case, focus. The only object that the killer could have used. Hangman's Gambit, her sword? She could have hid it in her sword case too. You're correct. S-W-O-R-D is the second word, sword. Well, I guess we're gonna start guessing. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. I don't know what I'm spelling at all. Are these M's or W's? Oh, they write them differently, thank goodness. Is it an A? Bathroom stall? What? What? Bam. Oh, bamboo sword. I'm so dumb. B-A-M-B-O-O. I did not mean to blow that up. Thank you. mess. Woo, nailed it. We haven't seen a C yet. Well, part of the problem is it takes forever for some of the levels to, or the letters to show up. Woo, but we figured it. We got there.
You carry that bamboo sword on your back at all times, right? If I recall correctly, you had it then too. Despite the fact that you had a swimsuit on, you were still wearing your bamboo sword.
Are you saying she used that bamboo sword to escape through the window?
Yeah. Peko used that bamboo sword as a step stool and escaped out the window.
Sword as a step stool? You see? I knew it! I knew it was a ninja! Didn't I tell ya? A ninja could have climbed that easily!
Are you real right now, Akane?
Ninjas know a climbing trick where they lean their sword against a wall and use the handguard as a step stool.
Wow! Just like a Japanese ninja!
Miss Sonia, ninjas only exist in Japan.
So we spent this whole time on these suspicious people, and now it's randomly Peko. That's definitely what it feels like, honestly.
It is a bamboo sword, but I'm sure a slender girl like Peko could easily use it to climb.
Well, Peko, do you have anything to say?
Panic talk action. Okay. Fever time and nega time. Oh, already got over this. Know about this. That sucks.
You're saying she used her sword as a step stool and went out the fucking window? Then what about the sword?
You know, Monokumo could have told us who it was, and we would have assumed that he was trolling us. You're not wrong. Class trials are interesting, but I don't like how hard they force the false leads.
It would have been left in the shower room, and she wouldn't have been able to recover it, dumbass!
That's part of something they have to do, though.
Fuyuhiko, why do you even care?
Shut up! Just shut the fuck up and answer me! If you have an answer, then fucking give it to me! If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
Fuyuhiko, why? Why are you... Fuyuhiko 100% wants to peek at Peko. Hey.
Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Bastard! Got proof, you bastard? You're pissing me off! You're pissing me off! Bastard! Shut up! Shut up! Shut! Got proof, you bastard? That's obviously impossible! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Don't fuck with me! Got proof, you bastard? If she used the bamboo sword as a step stool, it would have been left behind!
This is the end!
I don't 100% know how the bamboo sword bag works. Did she, like, open it up, tie it around it?
If she used her bamboo sword as a step stool, she could have recovered it with her sword bag.
How so? I would love for you to show me how.
When she leaned her sword against the wall to use as a step stool, she tied her sword bag to it.
Okay.
And after she climbed up to the window, as long as she hauled the bag up toward her, she would have been able to recover her bamboo sword.
Okay, I still don't get why she did it.
I see. Not just the bamboo sword, but even the sword bag, too. She used them both to escape.
Okay, I'm so confused. Why did Peko do it? Why does Fuyuhiko care so much? Like,
Akane said she's like a ninja. But it's nothing as silly as that. Simply put, only Peko could have performed this feat. An escape plan befitting of the ultimate swordswoman.
Being a swordmaster makes you an inchit, don't you know?
Even
Well,
so, how disappointing. If you'd only let me work with you, it would have been an even greater plan.
bangity bang bang kabang bang.
Oh, you just back off!
Is it true? Did you really kill Mahiru?
Hold on! You're just making assumptions! You don't have any proof. I won't accept this unless there's proof! Got it, you bastard?
Why do you care?
It's fine.
Huh?
I said it's fine. Saying anything more would just be an exercise in futility.
Explain to me everything that I'm not supposed to know yet. She admitted to it right now, right? She just admitted she's Mahiru's killer, right? Mikan, if your voice gets any higher, the dogs will be able to hear it, lol. But is this right? Even though Fuyuhiko was the one arguing with us, Peko just admitted it so freely.
Among flowers, the cherry blossom. Among men, the samurai. I commend your decisiveness, at least. Very well. If you admit it, this ends now.
No.
Let's cast our votes.
That's not right.
Agreed. Hurry up and vote.
Objection!
Hold on. Let me confirm one thing first.
Gundam what? Actually, that quote was pretty cool. It's basically saying samurai are the most, like, dedicated and, like, they're some of the best of men, if I'm not mistaken. Because the way I read that is, it's basically, it's missing a word, I would argue. Among flowers, the cherries blossom. Among men, the samurais blossom. So it's saying, wait. No, I don't get that. Never mind, you're right. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Can it wait until after the voting?
This is important, and it relates to the voting. It's about Peko's motive.
Do you not know what a cherry blossom is? I know it's a specific flower. My brain just immediately thought of a cherry blossoming rather than a cherry blossom flower. It kind of still works because it's saying, hey, cherry blossoms are the best flowers, so samurais are the best people. This is important and it relates to Pekka's
My motive?
Yeah, what is your motive?
In
Please
the
tell.
end, you had no connection to the events depicted in Twilight Syndrome murder case, right? Then, why did you kill Mahiru?
So it's about that. Let's see. If I must answer that question,
Are you girl E?
I must say it was for the sake of justice.
Are you Justice? Huh?
Justice?
In order to protect the justice of this world.
What is that smile? Huh?
I do not sully my hands to satisfy personal grudges. There is only one reason I kill. For the sake of protecting justice.
Peko is Sailor Moon confirmed.
What are you saying?
Justice is what makes humans human. It's a virtue that human beings should be proud of. Justice is the eternal sun, and the enduring moon, the protective father, and the smiling mother.
For justice. Well met.
Hello! Earth to Peko! If justice ever disappeared from this world, the world would immediately freeze, and people's smiles would vanish. I will not allow that!
It's fine, just stop it!
Justice must always be there to guide us, to shine bright above our heads.
Pekka was voiced by Sailor Moon's voice actor? Of course it was.
I'm telling you to stop it!
So I must fight. I must continue to fight to protect justice.
This is... Could she be...
As the light of justice shines upon my mask, I expose the hearts of malevolent evil.
Are you serious right now?
Justice
Oh my god! Oh my god! It looks so bad! What is that face? What?
The center of justice
Oh my
that is
God.
pierced by justice. The lead star of justice that shines in the night sky.
Are you kidding me right now?
That would be me. Sparkling
Oh my God.
justice.
What is that face? What is that face? Cycloplus.
Now then, let's execute justice.
What are these emojis? Who are you to stand in the way of justice?
What?
I'm with you there, Kazuichi.
What the fuck?
I'm with you there, Kazuichi.
Peko, what are you doing?
I am sparkling justice. In the name of sparkling, shining justice, I have come to deliver justice.
What is that? What are these faces, dude?
What's going on? What's this? Chill.
Peko finally snapped!
Blah, 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 blah.
Everyone, please be
Sorry.
careful.
Oh my God.
Sparkling Justice is a serial killer who claims to be an ally of justice. Clad in her various hero masks, she is a serial killer who exclusively targets other criminals. She is supposed to be... but... huh?
An ally of justice? So that's why you're wearing a mask.
This mask is the dividing line. Just like various idols, the sun is revered because it lies just beyond your grasp.
Peko, are you on crack?
Justice should also be the same.
Oh my God. Have a star.
I don't get it, but this is becoming really crazy.
Because, you know, we could have just had a serial killer in this game again that didn't end up being a serial killer. That was such a letdown last game. The serial killer didn't. To be fair, you were complaining that she had no motive. You're not wrong, but it feels dumb that we've had two serial killers twice now. There's two serial killers, and we've had a serial killer in every single game. What? What the heck is this? Peko is the killer? Why? Why is it turning out like this?
This is turning out to be a surprising turn of events.
No one cared about who she was until she put on the mask. You're not wrong.
Hey! Hey! Now's not the time for you to be sleeping. Take a look. It's a killer. Hey.
Monokuma sleeper.
Hey.
Thanks, Usami.
This again?
Huh? Sleep talking?
So what's your answer to my previous question? Why did you kill Mahiru?
This world must always be bathed in the light of justice. I must not allow even one shadow. Evil must be eliminated immediately. No matter what, I must not overlook evil.
Evil? Are you saying Mahiru is...
If you knew about that incident, then you must have played the game. Am I right?
This again? It's a sequel, not a prequel. Confirmed? Savage. But she said she didn't play the game. She lied.
And because of that, I was able to find the killer's accomplice hiding on this island like a sewer rat.
Then, the reason you killed Mahiru was...
I think Fuyuhiko didn't actually want Mahiru to die, but,
To protect justice, of course.
What is that face? I think what... Oh god, those eyes. I think what actually happened was Fuyuhiko talked to her about it, and she didn't actually play the game. Or she just played the game.
In
I don't know.
order to protect justice, I have become its merciless sword and executed justice.
That's actually kind of a fun little face.
Holy crap! She's such a stereotypical psychopath!
She's so gross!
Oh, that could explain why Fuyuhiko's defending her. If I had to guess, or Fuyuhiko's just defending her because it still was, I don't know, or something. I don't know, honestly.
Peko, is this your true identity?
My true identity? I have already forgotten who I am. It just shows my determination. My determination to protect by throwing away what's most important. I'm willing to become anybody to shower this world with justice.
But why did he tell her in the first place? I don't know. There's a lot of questions I don't have answered.
Oh, I can't stand this anymore! Let's just end this farce already!
End it. He's right. We need to end this already. The killer, in the end, there's no mistake that it was Peko all along.
Let's go over this incident one more time and then let's end this.
Closing arguments. Begin. Well, that's right there, so... Next one to arrive at the beach house. What did the killer leave next to the body? The mask. Sourpuss. This is pretty good music. Nope. Oh, sorry, Hiyoko left the footprints in the stand. That was Hiyoko leaving evidence, not the killer. I hate how the killer is depicted. Like, that is the creepiest thing. So that's obviously not the one we're looking for. There we go. That's obviously what we're not looking for. Hyoko arrives at the beach house. That's going to be right there. Cool. Last stock. Not that one. This is the letters. This is a lot easier once you've got used to it. Pull up the bamboo sword.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Okay, we're done then. Alright, I'm gonna let this play through. I will be right back.
The incident began this morning when Mahiru spoke to Hyoko. Mahiru most likely played Twilight Syndrome Murder Case, the video game provided to us as the motive. She probably wanted to discuss it with someone else who also appeared in the game as a character. Hyoko accepted Mahiru's invitation, and they promised to have a more detailed conversation about it later. However, someone else overheard their exchange. The killer. The killer eavesdropped on their conversation and used their promise to devise a specific murder plan. By preparing a specific item, they planned to manipulate the two's actions. That item was the letters. They sent fake letters to both Mahiru and Hyoko. The letter Mahiru received told her to come to the beach house at 2:30 p.m. And the letter Hyoko received told her to come to the beach house at exactly 2 p.m. By providing different times, the killer was able to lure them to the beach house separately. Hiyoko totally trusted that letter, showed up at the beach house at 2 p.m., just like it said. And was drugged into unconsciousness by the killer lying in wait. After putting Hiyoko to sleep, the killer immediately hid her inside the closet, so they could frame her as the killer later. At 2:30 p.m., Mahiru arrived at the beach house. She was completely unaware that she'd been targeted for murder.
Well, Squishy didn't do anything. That's why she didn't get targeted, and Mahiru did.
Approaching her from behind, the killer struck the defenseless Mahiru with a specific weapon.
But here's the problem. If she really only cared about justice, then she shouldn't care about her being obviously the one who did the killing.
The metal bat that was left at the scene of the crime.
She should have honestly not tried to frame anybody if she really only cared about justice, because if anything, she's actually, like, fighting against justice by framing somebody else.
The bat was brought down onto the back of Mahiru's head, and with that, she took her last breath. According to Mikan's autopsy, Mahiru died instantly, so she probably never knew who killed her. With that, the killer achieved their goal of killing Mahiru.
Whoops, killing Mahiru and attempting to...
They dragged Mahiru's body so that it blocked the door leading to the road. Also, the mask found at the scene of the crime was something the killer personally left. I'm not really sure why. My guess is it's something similar to a calling card. That's how the crime scene we discovered was created. However, by moving Mahiru's body, the killer got blood splatter on them. Plus, the shower room had no water because it was out of order, so they couldn't wash it off. But the killer expected something like that to happen. Instead of the shower, the killer used something else to wash the blood off their body. They used plastic water bottles that...
We're just gonna go with
We can assume they carried the bottles to the shower room before the sequence of events had happened.
There you go.
In place of showering, they washed the blood off their body with water bottles instead. However, they had no choice but to dispose of the empty bottles in the beach house's trash can. Littering is against the rules, and it would have taken too much time to throw them away somewhere else. After the killer washed off the blood, they hid in a specific spot inside the closet Hiyoko was in. The killer hid inside the surfboard case that they had already emptied beforehand. After some time had passed, the sleeping drug used on Hiyoko wore off, and she woke up. I can imagine how badly Hiyoko must have panicked when she came out of the closet. I mean, she made plans to see Mahiru, who lay dead right in front of her.
Feels bad.
From the shock and panic of being considered a murder suspect,
foiled by anti-littering rules,
Hiyoko fled from the beach house. Because of that, she left footprints in the sand. Everything was a trap set by the killer to frame her.
First.
After Hiyoko left, the killer finally came out of the surfboard case and placed a gummy that they brought with them to shift our suspicion toward Hiyoko. Ironically, placing that gummy is what helped clear our suspicion toward Hiyoko.
Yep. That is kind of ironic.
The killer began preparing to escape from the beach house. They couldn't risk leaving their footprints in the sand, so they escaped the beach house using a different route. The small window in the shower room. However, that window is rather high up and
can't be reached easily.
The bamboo sword they always carry with them. The killer took the bamboo sword out of its bag, tied the bag to the sword's handle, and used the sword as a step stool to reach the small window while holding the sword bag in their hand. As long as they're able to reach the window, all they had to do was pull the bag to retrieve the sword. And so the killer left the beach house and appeared before us as if nothing had happened. But their wet hair and swimsuit didn't dry right away. There also weren't any towels at the beach house. So when the killer met up with us, they said they had been swimming for a while as an excuse. So how about it? This is the truth behind the incident you caused. Isn't that right, Peko Pekoyama?
Who's the crazy one now? Because it sure isn't anybody else other than Peko.
I see. And what of it? She's like totally cool with it.
Why didn't she just bring a towel? You know, because then she would have had to leave a wet towel there. I don't know if that helps her out at all.
I haven't done anything to be ashamed of.
Ooh.
What are you saying? You killed Mahiru!
Wrong! I punished evil in the name of justice.
What is that face even supposed to be?
That's no reason to condemn me.
I mean, you still killed the person. She could have tied the towel to herself, or the sword, or something.
Whatever. Let's hurry up and vote so we can freaking kill this weird, crazy bitch.
There's no way you can kill me. Justice can never be killed. You should all know that as well.
What are you saying?
To protect what's most important to you, you must be prepared to throw away something equally important.
I'm tilted. I feel like, fun fact, on the way to play the video game, you hear the conversation where Peko talked about being mistaken for a cosplayer. She mentioned she stopped by annoying photographers, implies that she has to get violent in the past to get them to leave. She did mention that. I do remember her talking about that, because I did talk to her about that.
Understand?
I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Then I shall be direct. Justice must carry on in order to keep justice. To keep me alive, you all must give up your lives.
That's not gonna happen.
Are you serious?
It's not serious. It's justice.
That's super not gonna happen,
If I
Peko.
fall here, who will combat the evils of this world? Now, follow your hearts of justice that reside within you all, and save my life to protect justice. Hurry and carry on justice.
Give me a break! Who's gonna die for you?
If we let Peko go, we're all gonna get killed!
Do I have a choice here? Because it would be kind of funny. Annoying photographers, huh? Poor Mahiru. Oh, I didn't even think about that kind of connection. That's kind of messed up.
For the sake of grand justice, a few sacrifices are unavoidable.
A few sacrifices?
Don't worry. The justice that you give your life to protect will never go to waste.
All of the emojis.
I can't stand her anymore. Let's vote already and execute her.
However, before we do that...
Monokuma, the vote! Hurry up and let us vote already!
I'm awake!
Monokuma, please.
He finally woke up.
I've heard your story. Well, I wasn't listening, but who cares?
Execute her.
Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote.
Do I get a choice? I'm gonna save just in case I get a vote. Also, I'm just gonna save at the top. Oh no, I'll save this one.
Who will be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Oh, it looks like I don't get a choice. I'll just save on top of that one then. Execute her. Ding, ding, ding. I'll be honest, I didn't really see that coming. Because I wasn't expecting them to do...
Pardon me, can we please have a little more time?
Can I help you, Sonia?
Pardon me, can we have a little bit more time? Please let us continue our discussion.
Okay, guess what we're gonna do next